Ah, the Olympics. That time when all your favourite TV shows are cancelled to show a load of sport that you couldn't give two fucks about. There are numerous Olympic video games out there, but today we're playing Track and Field 2, released in 1988 for the NES. Was this game a gold medal winner or a bargain bucket dweller? Was this game Track and Field 2 or go back and wield your receipt to the cashier? Just when you thought my script writing couldn't get any worse. Let's stick the cart in and find out. There's training, championship and versus modes. Guess we better do some training before the big event, eh? There are 12 sports to play. First up, fencing, where you jab your opponent with a pointy stick after you've both had a day of beekeeping. In the world of fencing, entrance is only permitted to those wearing the most awful brown or green clothing. The A button attacks and holding B blocks. A virtually unbeatable strategy I've found is to stand there holding the block button until your opponent approaches and you can just score a point. How exciting! So exciting that my player's heart is pounding out of his chest. And you can hear the crowd go wild. Either that or there's a vicious storm brewing outside. Next up, the triple jump, where vast amounts of people gather from all around the globe to watch a bloke jump 3 times. How do we run? Nope, not the D-pad. Oh, he's moving a bit with the A button. I assumed he would run like a normal person, but he seems to have either sneaked in a pair of ice skates or is using one of them shoes with a wheel in the sole. I don't think you're allowed that, mate. You have to run. We said the same to the guy with a pogo stick. I guess I was supposed to jump before crossing that line. Okay, let's try again. There we go, there we go! That looked pretty damn far to me. Oh, I don't know then! I'm mashing the button as fast as I physically can! What more can I do? I'm never gonna reach 12 metres. Now for the freestyle swimming, where identical twins in identical swimwear with identical tattoos of the letter X do the mannequin challenge, followed by a little bit of swimming. Oh, it looks like they've sprung into life and broken every bone in their back to start the race. Go on then! Well, that's not a very good start, is it, Sorax Spacers? Yeah, I think I may have lost this race. Oh look, the other bloke finished 3 days ago. Next, the high dive, and no wonder that we have a sellout crowd for this event, as topless women spin around in the air and land in a pool while shattering their spine. I seem to be able to select the moves I do before diving. Backward? Does that mean I go back down the steps, because that probably would be best? Nope, clearly not. The scores are in! I do hope the scores are out of 1 and not anything sensible. Mashing all of the buttons at once seems to grant you victory. Bloody hell, she's gone mental! That's actually not crowd noise this time. That's the sound of her bones hitting the side of the pool as they're washed away. Now for the clay pigeon shooting, or should I say, Pidgey shooting. Ash Ketchum from Pokemon has had a mental breakdown and has got himself a gun.
I choose you! A double barrel and hard drugs!
After losing so many Pokemon battles, he's discovered shooting the little fuckers is a lot easier. Somehow I think Pikachu will be getting back in that Pokeball now. You aim using the D-pad and make Ash shoot Pidgeys to their death after they're fired from a cannon, much to the joy of Pokemon Go players, who must be sick of the sight of them. What does he keep turning around after every round like that for?
Did someone say Nurse Joy in a bikini?
Time for the hammer throw. They've cleverly put up a barrier so that I don't lob it at someone in the crowd I don't like the look of. Whoops, either he's dropped the metal ball or his left nut has come loose. The physics displayed in this game would make Sir Isaac Newton glad he's dead. The ball just hangs in mid-air when you're not spinning around. Here's the latest dance craze, folks. Spin around till you're dizzy, shake your ass around for a little bit, and then fall to the ground. It's a new hammer time.
Ha ha!
Next up, Taekwondo, featuring Predator as the referee after he's been suit shopping. He then turns invisible whilst faceless men try to knock each other out, which is difficult when you've got no eyes. Just like the judges, so I'm not sure what they're supposed to be judging.
The grunting was adequate.
Your kick seems to be the most powerful move and has the longest range, so do this over and over again and you seem to win most of the time. No wonder he won, he's clearly related to the referee. Scandal! The pole vault. How do people get into these activities in the first place? I reckon there's about 50 pole vaulters in the world, so give it a go and you're always in with a chance of a medal. So you mash the button like your life depends on it yet again, and I think you have to press B at a very precise moment in order to vault. I just can't do it. Always too early, always too late. The Konami press report the outcome of every event. I can just read their headlines on my comments now. Archery! The archer won't stop staring at you until you press a button.
Is it my turn to shoot my arrows now? Well, you didn't tell me, did you, Bill? What do you mean it's obvious?
So this bloke's evidently no good at archery, so he goes for a gold medal in wizardry instead, as he wows the audience, which in this case is only a bunch of badly drawn bushes, with his gravity-defying arrow trick. Similarly, the pole vaulter showed a female judge his levitating pole trick, and was banned from sport for life. Now for the hurdles. What are you jumping there for? Did the starting pistol scare you or something? Go on, go on! Oh! Who won? Who won? The horizontal bar. I spend most of my life in the pub, so I've got a lot of experience in the horizontal bar. It's usually the horizontal bar, followed by the lifting of the miraculously vertical Sorax who slumped in an armchair. It looks like before he sadly passed away, Freddie Mercury had a bash at gymnastics. Let's hope he's not under pressure. Don't stop him now, the show must go on. He wanted to play the game, so despite dangers, who wants to live forever? He's got one vision and that's gold. He wants it all. Let's hope he can break through with a good score so that we are the champions.
Oh, stop now!
Well, I'm exhausted after all that training. Just before the big championship event, let's take a quick look at Versus mode. This mode allows you to compete against your friends. I did ask all of my friends to come over and have a go at Track and Field 2 on the NES, but both Dave and Bob were washing their hair tonight, so I'll have to play alone. It's so weird they're both washing their hair on the exact same night. Especially since they're bald. The one we haven't played already of the 3 modes is arm wrestling. We all know what that is, right? That's when 2 blokes grab each other's hands and see who can do the most facial twitches in 30 seconds. I get that they might be straining a bit during the arm wrestle, but before they've even started as well, are they that pumped up on steroids that they've lost all control over their boat? So yeah, you just mash the A button again. I'm pretty sure your elbows aren't supposed to be in the air while you're doing it. So just to see what a real competition would be like between 2 people at home, I've got 2 NES controllers here and I'm going to have a match with myself, left hand versus right. Which hand will win? Let's find out.
On your mark. Get set.
Well, wasn't that exciting, Sorax Spacers? That question was rhetorical. So, on to Championship mode, where you choose a country to represent and play all of the same games again. If the A button in your controller hasn't eroded yet, you can pick up from where you left off using either the nicest or most demanding password screen I've ever seen. I'm not sure which.
Password, please.
I was going to spell out something rude, being the mature adult I am, but the bastards have taken out all the vowels. There's the British athlete leaving a plane paid for by Konami apparently, waving like a complete lunatic. Either he's very happy to be here or there's a huge fire on board that's consumed the rest of the crew. The athletes march onto the field in a disturbingly Nazi-style fashion. This mess is supposed to represent a crowd of spectators, is it? It looks like they've skinned Barney the dinosaur and stuck the pieces onto his still beating heart.
Barney is a dinosaur and he would like his skin back.
Fencing is up first and the man to step up will be F. Luggard, whose name you would bet was involuntary. And my training has served me well. God help us as the triple jump is up next. The jumper will be E. Forster, which is exactly what the Yorkshireman said at the rape trial. E. Forster looks about 80 years old, so I'm going to blame him for my inevitable poor performance. Well, that's the closest I've been. I'm actually in sight of the place I'm supposed to be landing now, rather than scraping my arse on the concrete. And it's all thanks to the Matrix. Next, the freestyle swimming with M. Neil. Whoa, what has he just seen? He looks terrified. Could they not have chosen a better photo to display to millions of people?
Hey, have you got that photo of Mr. Neil? You know, the one when he found out he was bankrupt, lost his home, his wife had left him, and all his family were dead? Yeah, that's it.
Oh wow, this is close. Oh, M. Neil, I never liked you. Thank God none of your family are here to witness what a loser you are. Turns out, if you lose one of the 3 events in a day, you have to start over, which is bloody stupid. If I lose the first event, in this case fencing, the game should end, surely. Why make me play the other 2 if I have to restart anyway to progress? And this is back in the day when you had to get off your backside to restart the game as well. I'll be fit enough for the real Olympics at this rate. This triple jump is just impossible. This is only event 2. I'm not going to be able to complete this game, am I? Yes! Over 12.
Disqualified.
What are you talking about, disqualified? Hang on a minute. They've upped the threshold for qualification from training mode. It was 12 before, now it's 15. Great training that is. Learn to finish just short of all your targets and you'll be a champion come the Olympics. The Track and Field 2 Wikipedia page states, it still continues Olympic-themed sports events, but adds more realism by choosing a country for the player to represent. Yeah, realism like me representing Kenya at the Olympics. A common problem players had with the game was that many of the events required a power meter to be built up by rapidly pressing the A button, then releasing it with the B button. Many players could not press the A button fast enough. Yeah, too fucking right. Too damn right. Desperate times call for desperate measures. Now, I don't have a turbo controller, and many would regard that as cheating anyway, but I have devised a technique to mash the button extra fast as a last resort. Think of the hand motion as desperately crossing out a cheque that you've written to support my YouTube channel. Or there being 5 seconds until someone comes home, but you're super determined to finish your wank. Yes! 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 Nobody beats Sorax. Nobody! Overall, this game has a few fun mini-games, but most are a shortcut to carpal tunnel syndrome. If you like your NES controllers in one piece, then I wouldn't advise Championship mode, that's for sure. I give this game a SAW rating of 33 out of 1,988. I'm dumbing down the SAW ratings because nobody's got them so far. I've been Sorax, watch this space.
Oh, and remember kids, if your goals are difficult to achieve, keep going. And if that doesn't work, lower them and achieve them instead.
Be helpful if I can put it in, wouldn't it?